In New York City Monday, more than 100 public school students, teachers, and parents joined Occupy Wall Street protesters and held a general assembly on the steps of the New York City Department of Education. They call themselves Occupy the DOE. They argue the richest 1%'s control of public education has badly hurt the 99% that it's meant to serve. Participants spoke out against budget cuts, high-stakes testing, the privatization of education, and business model education reforms that the protesters say have no proven track record and in fact have devastating effects on the communities where they have been enacted. Here are some of their voices.
I am a parent of a third grader in a New York City public school. I stress public because we pay for this school. And for far too long, we've allowed these people to tell us how we should run our schools. So I'm here with all of you to help change the game. On our terms, thinking about our children, and our teachers, and our administrators, and the days of high-stake tests, and accountability of a third grader, when there's no accountability, for this organization, got to end.
I'm 13. And there is no point in the ELA. I work hard. And my grades don't matter. I didn't ask for this. And I have a voice. And it will be heard. The test is a one-shot deal. So if I forget something, I can do bad. And I won't move on. There is no point. Thank you.
In my classroom, there are no corporations. There are no homeless corporations in my classroom. There are no corporations that came out of the foster care system. There are a lot of products that corporations make us buy. So they can make money off of your taxes. They did it in Iraq. Now they want to do it in every education department in the country. Keep public education public. Thank you.
We are also here because we want to let the New York City Department of Education know that we know that our children are not failing. That our teachers are not failing. That our schools are not failing. But it is the New York City Department of Education that is failing. Our teachers, our children, and our schools. We are also here because we know that New York City taxpayers have a right to be heard regarding the education of our children, the hope and future of our democracy, and that we are the 99%.
Many protesters loudly denounced the policy of closing so-called failing schools. That was a core component of the George W. Bush administration's No Child Left Behind Act of 2001, and has since been escalated by President Obama through Race to the Top. Speaking out at the General Assembly were students from Brooklyn's Paul Robeson High, a school slated for closure by the DOE.
Stand up and fight back.
It's time to stand up and fight back.
Fight for a better education.
Fight for a better education.
Fight for better classes.
Fight for better classes.
Fight for better activities and better funding.
Fight for better activities and better funding.
Should we win?
Should we win?
Then keep fighting.
Then keep fighting.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
We the students.
We the students.
The children.
The children.
As the DOE refers to us.
As the DOE refers to us.
We have the power.
We have the power.
We are the future leaders of tomorrow.
We are the future leaders of tomorrow.
The future leaders of this society.
The future leaders of this society.
If we don't take action now,
If we don't take action now,
then who will?
then who will?
Who will step forward?
Who will step forward?
If we don't do the job,
If we don't do the job,
there won't be nothing left for future generations.
there won't be nothing left for future generations.
Fight for your freedom.
Fight for your freedom to learn,
To educate.
to educate,
And keep fighting to keep that freedom.
and keep fighting to keep that freedom.
Inspired by Occupy Wall Street, students there organized an Occupy Robeson to fight to keep their school open.
We did this community service last week Friday, and we actually called ourselves Occupy Robeson. So we pretty much represented them, and we took the idea from them, and it was a great success. We got a lot of people from the community to come in, help us out, because Robeson, sometimes the media tends to twist things up, so they said we were a bad school filled with miscreants, and our image is tainted. So we decided to clean up our image and sweep up the streets and clean up the garbage, and it was supposed to symbolize us cleaning up our image and getting back on track.
Occupy DOE protesters say they will continue to build support for local struggles such as that at Robeson High. Reporting for the Real News Network, this is Jessel Noor in New York.